What a great day it is today. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Minecraft Better Than Adventure. I have no excuse. I'm sorry that this video is late, and I'm sorry that my voice might sound a bit tired, because I am tired. It's later in the day, and I just didn't really feel like recording most of the day, so I didn't. I only really want to record when I'm ready or when I feel like it, because otherwise it's not going to be a very fun recording for me. Today I am going to be building a station for our railroad, because last week we built a railroad that goes all the way down and into the forest there, but I never built like a station. Oh, and by the way, update on our railroad here. Previously we stopped like right about here. I built it into the mountain and I put some black wood there. It's not as good as black wool, but it still sells the look I'm going for, and I didn't want to get any black wool, so it'll have to do. Here is where we are going to be building the rail station. I know it's a little weird for it to be on this side, considering the western town is all on this side and there's no way to really cross the tracks, but screw logic. I don't care about logic. I just totally forgot, I'll be honest. I didn't leave any space on this side. I really should have put the rail like right here so that I could have a station here, but I didn't do that. And I don't want to put a station right here because this is all lifted up and it just wouldn't look as good. Plus this entire area right here is very empty, so I guess it kind of works out in the end. As always, I have most of my stuff here, but I am realizing that I am actually missing some things. I'm going to need some slabs, and I did not give myself any of these, so I'll take some slabs and some stairs and some of these. This shouldn't be very difficult to build, in all honesty. This is a very simple build. This is my own design. I based it off of some pictures of other people's designs, but this is all on my own. This whole build was originally supposed to be a lot larger, but I shrunk it down due to time constraints. Yep, that looks about right. And then what happens is this goes like this, bam, and the same goes right here. This is actually quite a bit of the build, just the balcony itself. But now this is where we move on to what's going to be a little bit more difficult for me, since originally in my creative test world build, I was going to build like a bit of an add-on on this side of it. You'll see in a bit what I mean, but I'm going to have to flip it and mirror it and do it over here instead, because my dumb self didn't give myself enough room over here to do it. It's going to go something like this. The spruce is the base of the build, the foundations, so to speak. And then it goes something like this, and that's the shape of the build. As for the back is gonna be very shrunken down, something like that. That's the general shape of the station. All right, now what I do is I go 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 all the way down, all the way through here. And now it's dark, so I'm actually just gonna run back over to the hotel to sleep. As I sleep here, I guess I should answer the first question left for me last episode. And this question came from none other than Deciberry. And they asked, what is your opinion on the live series lore? So last episode I was talking about the live series a bit, so that's why this question came up. So I haven't followed the lore of live series much. I'm very well aware of the Watcher lore from Evo, because Evo SMP, well, at least before I started playing Better Than Adventure, Evo SMP was literally my only experience really with like beta Minecraft. Evo was so amazing and I wish it lasted longer, but the Watcher lore from Evo seems to have continued on way past Evo and into the life series, and I'll be honest, I know nothing about it. I just occasionally see people making theories and stuff on it on the Reddit, so I really don't have an opinion on it, but I think it's awesome that it has continued like this. So now I'm going to get the door in, which isn't, if it isn't obvious, is right here, because it goes like this, the door. There we go. And then there are windows, one right here and one right here. The double doors definitely demonstrate, compared to like the single doors of many of these builds here, that this is sort of an official building. Really, I'm not very good with words here, but I am going to get the floor in here while I still can. And as a precaution, I will also place some torches. And now I'm going to move on to the roof. Just like all of my other Western builds here, of course, this thing has the little awning on top. Every single Western build that I've built has one of these. You'll notice it lines up perfectly here, and I can go like this rather easy. And then on this side here, I can continue this. And as you can see now, it connects perfectly. So I'm going to go one more block up. The roof goes over like this, and again here. And it is getting dark, so I'm going to run back. I apologize if my voice sounds weird at all. My throat is very congested for some reason during this recording specifically. Like, it hasn't been like this at all the entire day, but then as soon as I start recording, my throat gets all congested. Wow. I'm going to take a nap here, and as I do, I should look on to the next question left last episode. And this one comes from Danielle29, and they asked if you have some blocks that could fit the coloring in the buildings. Okay, this is a really confusing question. I'm not sure if I read this wrong, but it definitely didn't feel like grammatically correct. But I think what you're asking is if I have more colored blocks so that I can color these buildings more. I think you're asking that. You said if you have some blocks that could fit the coloring in the buildings. I think if you're talking about like coloring the buildings like these two, I mean, I definitely have some left over, but I don't really plan to because these buildings were made mostly of these colored wood, and occasionally they would be brightly colored like so. So at least in my head, these two don't stand out as much as I thought they would. Like, I'll just show you an example by going down to here. Those two colored buildings don't really stand out. So my answer to that question, if I read it correctly, is no. Okay, now I'm gonna fill all of this in, and then we just fill in what's left here. Let's see if we have... We do not have enough. Oh, man. Oh, that's so annoying. We were literally too short. And blop, blop. There we go. I've now filled in this part, but we are not yet done because there's still the sign to fill in. I would say this is one of the most important details, and you'll see what I mean right here. We just fill this part in, and bam. In case you don't recognize it, this is the sign that would say rail, similar to over there, which would say hotel, or over there, which would say saloon, sheriff's, and etc. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you that celebrate it. And I wanted to ask you guys a Thanksgiving related question because this video is coming out on Thanksgiving. What's your least favorite Thanksgiving meal, like traditional Thanksgiving meal, whatever is your family's traditional Thanksgiving meal? For mine, my least favorite traditional Thanksgiving part of the meal would probably be stuffing. I never liked stuffing. I'm not sure what the hype around stuffing is. I probably just made a bunch of enemies by saying that. But yeah, let me know what your least favorite part of the Thanksgiving meal is. And don't forget to leave me some questions for next episode in the comments down below while you're there. I'm probably not going to end up doing anything in the interior, but I thought at the very least I would run over here, and I thought I might want to make a desk. Right about here is where you would order your tickets, probably. It's pitch black. Oh no, mobs are spawning. Dangerous mobs are spawning. I need to quickly run. I shouldn't have focused so much on getting a clerk desk. Look at where the mobs are spawning. They are spawning literally everywhere. They're spawning on top of buildings. This is dangerous now. There's gonna be creepers out there. All right, cleared out the mobs there. Before I wrap up, I want to give you guys one last announcement relating to my college applications and process. I'm pretty much fully wrapped up with most of it. There are a few colleges that I still need to apply to, but I've wrapped up almost completely now. And in fact, I've gotten even more admissions since the last episode. So I want to thank those of you who said congratulations to me for my first acceptance that I mentioned last episode. I got accepted to 3 more out-of-state schools, and one of them even offered me a $158,000 scholarship. Only covers about like 75% of the tuition of that school because private schools are really expensive in the US, but that blew my mind, and I just wanted to share with you guys some happy news relating to my college applications. It hasn't been all for nothing. With that being said, I think I'm out of time, so let's wrap this up and go straight to the sign guard so that this video is not a pain to edit. First up is Desi Berry, then we have Purple Weirdo, Snail Badnik Enjoyer, Endless Pain, Coal Buster, Danielle 29, Quadrilige, Denicillin, the Desolator, and finally, Oculus. A massive thank you to these 10 people for watching until the end of last episode. You guys are amazing, just as you always are. Since I had you guys comment rail last episode, I'll have you guys comment road this episode to make it combine into railroad, because we are now finished with that part of the western build, and now all we need to get done is the middle road section and some other things. So the word road actually connects very well anyways. And by the way, when it comes to the signs here, I took up 3 signs there, and I really wish I had written them right here instead of right there, because now there's just some random spare sign there. But I'm gonna fill in every one of these signs before I move down to the next layer. That's going to be it for this episode. Be sure to leave me any questions down in the comments down below, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.